Breaking news this morning, Madison police are investigating an incident on the west side, what they say happened late last night.
They got to do it back to the old ways. I was somewhat surprised that it lasted as long.
Plus, a pandemic-era policy expires. What it means for kids learning how to drive.
And we're reviewing Monona Police Department's policies after a crash left multiple people dead.
And President Biden comments on the ongoing crisis at the border, what his administration will do tomorrow to help migrants.
And we do have wind chills this morning starting out in the mid to upper 20s. A lot of clouds, maybe a few flakes of snow later today. We'll track it for you coming up.
Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchine.
I'm Chris Stanford. Not too bad out there this morning.
No, it's not. Temperatures right around the freezing point. Better than those chilly teen wind indices we saw yesterday. Wondering if it's going to stick around, Kelly.
You know, actually, it does look like it will be a much colder start to the morning tomorrow. That's because we're going to see clearing skies. We won't have those clouds acting like a blanket like we are this morning. Still a noticeable northwest wind chill value at 27. But for this time of January, definitely not too bad. The actual temperature at 32 in Madison, also Monona, Oregon, 32, 33 right now in Middleton. So the clouds will be around today, a few flurries here and there. Otherwise, a fairly quiet week. We're going to continue with this. More flurries this weekend. Temperatures running slightly above average most of the week into the weekend. It's early next week, especially Monday night into Tuesday, a significant snow event, and we're going to stick with that snow later next week as it turns much colder. All right, a lot of clouds around today with a few flurries starting to move in after the noon hour, moving in from the north. That's out ahead of a cold front that will actually clear us out later tonight, and that's why we will see a colder start to the morning. Right now 32 with cloudy skies, northwest wind at 5 miles an hour. Temperatures in the low 30s this morning. Talk more about that snow potential early next week coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. We're following breaking news this morning. Madison police are investigating reports of someone shooting a BB gun at a bus late Tuesday night.
It happened near the Woodmans on Schrader and South Gammon. Officers say they responded to a report of some sort of bullet hitting a Metro bus. They say it likely came from a BB gun. The bus was empty at the time, except for the driver. The driver's fine. Police are asking anyone with information, though, to contact the Madison Area Crime Stoppers phone number. And developing this morning, policies on police chases are being looked into after a chase led to 3 people dying late Monday night.
Shane Hogan joins us this morning talking about why different departments have different policies. Good morning, Shane.
Hey guys, good morning. Now this is all about when officers should pursue or not. This discussion comes after an incident Monday night involving Monona police when a traffic stop led to a chase in Cottage Grove. Ultimately, 3 people in the car police were after died in that crash. Monona Police Department's vehicle pursuit policy authorizes officers to pursue when they have reason to believe the suspect is attempting to evade arrest. But some agencies, like the Dane County Sheriff's Office, which was also involved in that incident Monday, have more restrictive policies, saying pursuits should only be used if it's more dangerous to let the suspects go free. One law enforcement training expert told us at News 3 why there are differences in police chase policies.
Generally speaking, policies are in place to guide an officer's performance. The first thing that's going to take into consideration is usually the type of crime that is committed. A minor traffic violation generally is not going to either allow or permit an agency to pursue compared to something that would be more serious.
The Monona Police Department requires its officers to do continuous pursuit training every 2 years. According to their manual, these trainings address driving techniques, new technology, and vehicle safety. Now, Monday night's incident is still under investigation by the Wisconsin Department of Justice. And if you want to learn more about the Monona Police Department's chase policy, we have a full breakdown online at channel3000.com. Some good extra context here on a story that we were covering yesterday morning.
3 lives lost.
That's right.
Shane, thank you. Right now, 16 and 17-year-olds in Wisconsin are once again required to take a road test when they get their driver's license. A policy during the pandemic let teenagers skip the road test, and that has expired. It was meant to ease the backlog of teens trying to get a license. Now, Wisconsin teens will have to head back to the DMV and get behind the wheel. One local driver's ed instructor says it's about time the test came back, and student drivers shouldn't be concerned.
We don't teach to pass the road test. We teach to be safe drivers. If you're a safe driver and do what we instruct you with, the road test is easy.
The DOT says the policy allowed 170,000 student drivers to skip a road test.
Parents with kids in college, we have a heads up for you. The newest FAFSA report is out with plenty of changes. It's a trimmed down version of the application process that determines eligibility for federal aid for the next school year. Some of the changes include less questions, the ability to skip questions irrelevant to the applicant. Also revised the way aid is calculated. That's expected to increase the number of low-income students that are eligible for Pell Grants in particular. Another new tool here connects with the IRS. It allows applicants to pull their data from their parents' most recent income tax filings, of course, with their parents' consent.
6:05 now. Wisconsin's government's putting more than $2.5 million toward helping refugees learn English. It's something advocates say will help refugees adjust to their new lives in our state. News 3 Now's Catherine Merck reports on how exactly the money will be used.
These are people who are here that want to become part of the community, that want their kids to do well in school, and learning English is all part of that.
Wisconsin Literacy Executive Director Michelle Erickson says the grant her group has received will help thousands of refugees find their next chapter.
Language acquisition is probably one of the first things that's really necessary when you come to a new country.
The $2.6 million will go toward their programs that will help people get jobs, health care, and housing, which becomes even more necessary as more refugees come to the state.
We're anticipating about 3,000 new arrivals in the federal fiscal year of 2024.
Erickson says many of the refugees that use their services around the area are from Afghanistan and Ukraine.
In Madison, there's a large group of Afghan women who are learning English, learning to write for the first time, and so they're at the very early stages of literacy.
As they become part of our community, this extra aid will turn a page for these refugees' lives.
We're very excited for the refugees that are going to be able to take advantage of this.
That was Catherine Merck reporting. Wisconsin literacy reached 88% of the state's counties through local literacy members. So this funding is going far beyond just the Madison area.
U.S. Representative Brian Stile says he'll be at the southern U.S. border today. Stile represents Wisconsin's 1st district. That includes Janesville. He'll be at the border town of Eagle Pass, Texas, with House Speaker Mike Johnson. Stile says he'll be speaking with local and state officials about the effects of the current U.S. border policy. This comes less than a week from Congress's return. Right now, at the center of the immigration fight are New York City Mayor Eric Adams and Texas Governor Greg Abbott. Adams is slamming Abbott's efforts to bypass a recent executive order. That order requires bus companies carrying migrants to give city officials at least 36 hours notice before arriving and to identify the passengers on board. It also limits the days and times in which the buses can arrive to a single designated location. Abbott sent 10 buses with about 400 people to train stations across New Jersey to travel to New York City on New Year's Eve. Adams called the move disruptive. And tomorrow, the Biden administration is reopening 4 legal U.S.-Mexico border crossings. In the past few days, illegal immigration has dropped, freeing up border security personnel. Outside the White House last night, the president commented on 2023's migration surge at the border.
We gotta do something. They ought to give me the money I need to protect the border.
The president there asking for money from Congress to protect the border, in his words. Next Monday, lawmakers will continue negotiations on a border package tied to more funding for both Ukraine and Israel. That fight will pick up as Israeli officials defend themselves against accusations of genocide at the International Court of Justice. Last Friday, South Africa officially accused Israel of committing a genocide against Palestinians through its war in Gaza. That hearing follows an Israeli drone strike that killed a senior Hamas leader in Lebanon. Protests erupted across the Middle East in response to that killing, escalating fears of the conflict spreading throughout the region. Back in Gaza, the Hamas-run health ministry says the latest Israeli strikes have killed more than a dozen Palestinians, including a baby. The ministry says the strikes happened at a refugee camp, the headquarters of the Red Crescent Society, which is a humanitarian organization. Here's what a UN leader on the ground there had to say about the situation.
No child in the world should be killed, let alone one sheltering under the emblem of a humanitarian organization.
And now the U.S. State Department is condemning comments from 2 Israeli officials who are calling for the resettlement of Palestinians outside of Gaza. The State Department called that suggestion, quote, inflammatory and irresponsible. For the latest on the U.S. response to the war and all of your breaking news headlines, make sure you keep up over on our Channel 3000 news app. 6:09 in Jefferson County, 3 elementary schools will compete to name some new addition to a nonprofit dedicated to preserving
Goat Island. The group, called the Friends of Goat Island, is encouraging students to consider names that reflect the goats' personalities, celebrate community spirit, and pay homage to Goat Island in Jefferson County. The competition takes place on the 26th of this month. Local businesses and community members are invited to join.
So Goat Island is in the Rock River, and this is something that's like a local phenomenon for Jefferson County. They have a Goat Fest to celebrate the little fellas.
Is it on Goat Island?
Yeah, indeed it is.
How about that? I had never heard of Goat Island before. I'll have to look into it.
Cute little fellas.
There you go.
All right, 6:10. Let's check in with Kelly Slifka and your first warn weather.
Yeah, cloudy start to our morning. Temperature's really not too bad for this time of January, and it looks like it'll be fairly quiet for the rest of the week, but we are tracking a more significant storm early next week. We'll have the first warn forecast just ahead.
Coming up in your morning sports, Badger men's basketball is back from break. Zach Hanley is going to break down their game against the Iowa Hawkeyes. That's coming up.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Dear winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota.
Right now, you can get 2.99% APR financing for 60 months on a tough 2023 Toyota Tacoma. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
It's a robotic money expert.
Clever. How do I start a savings habit?
Famous cabbage.
Savings habit.
Shaving rabbits.
Tech can make life simpler, but when it comes to savings habits, nothing's as simple as BMO. A BMO savings account helps you build the habit with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward? Ingenious.
Sardine Fest.
This year's top prize goes to BMO.
I'm just in it for the saving, but it's nice to be recognized.
BMO. Stella uses AT&T for her internet and mobile service. Abby has Spectrum One. The difference is big. With AT&T, Stella pays a lot more.
I do?
It's $110 a month for AT&T internet and an AT&T unlimited extra line.
Plus monthly fees. Ouch.
With Spectrum One, Abby gets big savings. Spectrum internet with the most reliable internet speeds.
It's really fast.
Advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security, and an unlimited mobile line with nationwide 5G, all with no added taxes or hidden fees. Now you can get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line.
That's a good deal. I know.
With Spectrum One, Abby is saving big, over $75 a month. That's over $900 in savings. So Stella, what do you think?
I'm switching to Spectrum.
Spectrum One is a big deal. Call 800-872-0180. Visit Spectrum.com or a Spectrum store today.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
Try it this new year for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Your logo can identify your company, inspire your customers, and energize your team. We're 4imprint, and we can help your logo create moments that matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Hold on, I'm coming. You didn't tell me you were getting McDonald's.
Buy a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, or sausage McGriddles, and get one for $1.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back at 6:13. We're taking a look at some of the top health stories today, including a group of women more likely to use frozen eggs.
Plus, the health benefits of problem-solving skills. Christian Benavides reports.
Problem-solving skills training for parents of children with chronic health conditions improves the well-being of the entire family. A study published in JAMA Pediatrics found the training improves the quality of life, while also lowers parental depression, pediatric mental problems, and leads to less parent-child conflict. The training teaches ways to properly address and work through a problem. A new study finds infants born extremely premature can get much-needed enrichment from either breast milk or cow's milk. Historically, there have been concerns that cow's milk could cause complications for babies born before 28 weeks of pregnancy, but Swedish scientists found no significant difference between the two. A new research published in JAMA Network suggests women who have less success freezing their eggs are more likely to use them later on compared to women who produce more eggs. Researchers say this finding highlights the need for tailored counseling that helps patients make decisions in line with their different circumstances and reproductive goals. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
After 6, Kelly Slifka's on the patio. Kind of mild out there today.
Yeah, really not bad. You know, we've been dealing with fairly quiet weather and mild weather for the last month or so, and it will continue for a few more days, but it looks like, I guess, our luck is going to run out. Well, I know a lot of folks actually want some snow, and we do have that in our forecast, and it looks like when we do get this snow, we're going to be hanging on to it because it's going to get really cold, it looks like, next week. Now, this is take a look at one computer model. I want everybody to take this with a grain of salt. This is going into Monday night into Tuesday. It has the heaviest band of snow falling right over south central Wisconsin. Other computer models are keeping it a little bit further to the south. This is still a long ways out, so just keep that in mind. We'll obviously continue to fine-tune it, but we typically get our heaviest snow when the area of low pressure tracks out of Illinois, south of Chicago, then into Michigan. That's generally just to the north of that center of that area of low pressure with sleet on the warmer side of it, then eventually just rain. But that's what that computer model is indicating. Other computer models are keeping it a little bit further to the south. So we'll keep it updated as we go over the next few days. But either way, we do have an impactful snow force going into next week. All of southern Wisconsin with accumulating snow beginning Monday night. That'll continue into Tuesday and even into Wednesday morning potentially. Meantime, we just have clouds around, maybe seeing a few snow flurries, a cold front up to our north. That will be arriving later today, producing a few snow flurries just floating about the skies here in southern Wisconsin. Otherwise, cloudy skies with temperatures in the 30s. You can see some of that blue showing up. That would indicate maybe a few flurries passing in. Behind that cold front, we're actually going to clear out later tonight. So that'll set us up for a colder night tonight with clearing skies and a north wind behind that cold front. Right now, we just have cloudy skies, expecting that high of 34, running above our average of 28. There's that colder morning tomorrow. We're expecting teens waking up tomorrow morning. The sun will be up here this morning at 7:29. All right, thanks, Bill, for getting this great picture of this owl. Gotta love it, even if the sun is up there. If you'd like to submit one of your photos, we'd like to show it. Just go to channel3000.com and you can easily submit one of your photos. We'd like to show it on air. All right, just a few flurries this afternoon, Friday, and again this weekend. Temperatures remaining seasonable, if not a little bit above average through early next week. But we are looking at that snow potential and impactful snow. Right now, the accumulation totals a little bit uncertain, just depending on that track of that low pressure. But this is taking a look out ahead. As we go into a Monday night primarily, we'll see that snow spread in. Tuesday morning, headed off to work or school, likely to see accumulating snow. Could be coming down at a good clip. And that will continue into Tuesday afternoon before starting to wind down later Tuesday night into a Wednesday. All right, temperatures right now, 32 in Madison, 31 in Watertown, Juneau at 30, 32 in Janesville, 32 a pretty common number with the clouds around, 27 though in Wanakee, Sun Prairie, 28, 29 currently in Stoughton. First warning forecast, just a few flurries this afternoon, otherwise cloudy. Hoping for some sun tomorrow. That will definitely brighten things up. A cooler day, 30, but we get back in the low to mid 30s going into the weekend with just a few flurries scattered about. We do have a first warn alert day for that accumulating snow Monday night into Tuesday.
All right, Kelly Slifka, keeping an eye on that big snowmaker. Thanks, Kelly. With the holiday break over, Badger men's basketball is back in action.
The team was looking for its 10th win of the season as they took on Iowa last night. Zach Henley has your morning sports.
For the first time in 11 days, Wisconsin was back on the court, and this one was big for a couple of reasons. Number one, Iowa was in town, so it's always a huge game no matter the records. And number two, it's their Big Ten home opener. Badgers paying tribute to the late Herb Cole in their first home game since his passing. Picked this one up in the second half. Bucky starting to get it going. Chucky Hepburn finds Stephen Crowell, and Big Steve dials one up from deep. He finished with 14 points and 13 boards. Then Wisconsin went showtime. Hepburn off the glass to A.J. Storr for the slam. He added in 16, and it was all over after that. Max Klesmit takes it to the rack and lays it up with ease. 4 Badgers finish in double figures as Wisconsin beats Iowa again, 83-72.
I keep going back to last year, but this year it just feels a little bit different with our confidence, and that's just some of the guys we have. But I think it's really high right now, and it was good to get that first game out of the way.
Taking it game by game, day by day, practice by practice, whatever we got, that day is going to be a grind, and we're ready to work. So just, handling whatever's in front of us, we're ready for it.
So that's 4 straight wins over Iowa for Wisconsin. And as Greg Gard put it after the game, any win in this league is big, and we'll take them when we can get them. Well, through 2 games of Big Ten play, this team is 2-0. At the Kohl Center, Zach Hanley, News 3 Sports.
Thanks, Zach. Badgers looked real good last night.
Ooh, love to see it. We need some Wisconsin wins.
Yeah, I know. After the disappointing bowl game loss at the ReliaQuest Bowl, we need something to look forward to.
All
and
of
I
our
think this
eggs
team's
are
got
in
it.
this team. Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, at 6:20, still ahead. It was a big year for the box office. What it means for the industry moving forward now.
And in our next half hour, New Year's resolutions. How are they going for you? We're going to have ways to follow through from an expert.
But before we head to break, a look at gas prices this morning here in Wisconsin and across the country. We'll be right back.
Watch News 3 Now at 5 with Eric, Susan, and Gary. Weeknights.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Start the new year off right. Wrap up your bathroom project with help from Menards. Complete your remodel with American Standard toilets. They feature a slow close lid and are engineered to prevent clogs. Get this tight and tall round toilet for just $199. Check out our great selection of Lions tubs and showers that will match your style and budget while refreshing your bathroom. This elite tub and shower surround is now just $499.99. Big buys, big savings.
Save big money at Menards.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobeson Buses. Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son, the fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in. They don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
$579 breaths to show them your stuff. Every breath matters. Don't let RSV take your breath away. Protect yourself from RSV with Abrysvo, Pfizer's RSV vaccine. Abrysvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory disease from RSV in people 60 years and older. RSV can be serious if you are 60 or older. Having asthma, COPD, diabetes, or heart disease puts you at even higher risk. Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to Abrysvo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo. Visit these retailers or find other retailers near you at abrysvo.com.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
All right, time to take a peek at your morning. Gwen with this stunner of a sunrise. Looks straight out of an Anne Frank coloring book.
Back up.
Not an Anne Frank.
Back
Shoot.
up. Back up.
You guys.
Thank you, Gwen, for sending in this picture. Loving the colors in it. Beautiful scene.
Lisa Frank. There we go. It's Lisa Frank. At least we can laugh about it. All right, let's get to Shane with the trending
All right,
story.
good morning, everyone. The final numbers are in for the box office year of 2023, and it was a great year for the movie industry. ComScore says the box office has earned $9 billion domestically last year. That is a lot, Chris. It's the highest movie sales since the pandemic, which is great news. Of course, the big hits this past year were Barbie and Oppenheimer, which caused all sorts of discussion in every realm of the world over the summer. And, you know, those two movies were a big reason for that $9 billion, but a lot of big movies this year, and it's good to see when things are returning to pre-pandemic levels. I think that's always a good sign of where things are going. So box offices hitting it out of the park in 2023.
Yeah. It's been a minute since I've been to the theater. I didn't make it to a movie this year.
You didn't?
I really recommend it if you can go alone. I mean, it's kind of pricey, but you know, if you can get a matinee, like $10 ticket, go in the afternoon, get your popcorn, get your drink. That's living to me.
That sounds more my speed.
Yeah.
Hard with 4 kids.
Yeah, I mean, I can't compare with that, but you know, if you can find the time, it is a nice little getaway.
Yeah. Last one we went to was Frozen 2. We took 3 kids.
Sounds like a man with
That would
kids.
have been about 5
There you
years
go.
ago.
Yeah. Well, get back there. Should be some good ones coming up, too. So.
It's time.
All right, 6:25. Let's check in with Kelly and your certified most accurate weather.
Not too bad. Starting out this morning in the upper 20s and low 30s across the area. We do have clouds around. Just a cloudy sky. Can't rule out a few snow flurries this afternoon with highs in the mid-30s.
Thanks, Kelly. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
My name is Adrienne, and I was hurt in a car accident. What Gruber Lofts has done for me was made me feel safe. It didn't cost me anything, just one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Lofts today. One call, that's all.
Stella uses AT&T. Abby has Spectrum One. With AT&T, Stella pays $110 a month for her internet and mobile.
Plus monthly fees. Ouch.
With Spectrum One, Abby gets internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line.
That's a good deal. I know.
Abby saves big, over $75 a month. That's over $900 in savings.
I'm switching to Spectrum.
Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store to get Spectrum One.
Want to instantly look more attractive, years younger, and even healthier? The solution is whiter teeth. Even teeth that are just a little yellow are a problem. They rob your appearance, make you look older, and can hurt your confidence. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." So from that point on, I've been sold.
My absolute favorite thing was how easy it was. It takes literally less than 5 minutes. Power Swabs has made a really big difference in lifting the stains and making my smile more beautiful.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. And after 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Plus, unlike other whitening methods, Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. Power Swabs are easier on your gums and cause less sensitivity.
I've used strips and trays, and they both gave me really sensitive teeth. With the Power Swabs, I've been using them for a week and nothing. I had hot coffee this morning and ice cream last night and no problems.
It's time to discover what you've been missing. Now, it's your turn to get started with Power Swabs.
I like my smile. I like my smile after finishing the Power Swabs.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this new year. You'll also receive the Power Swabs Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will also get free shipping. Order right now and take the Power Swabs 5-minute challenge. If your teeth aren't a full 2 shades whiter after your first application, simply return it and you'll get your money back.
Gruber Law Office.
One call, that's all.
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 Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
This morning, we learn who will be on the 2024 presidential primary ballot in Wisconsin.
Plus, a police department policy under scrutiny this morning after a crash left multiple people dead.
Temperature starting out in the low 30s this morning. Not too bad with the clouds around. Can't rule out some flurries later today. We'll track them for you coming up.
Good morning, everybody. What day is it? Is it Wednesday?
It's confusing this week, isn't it?
It is. I'm all thrown off.
Well, here's
Hump day.
something to get you back on track here. We have 30s outside, January weather, a couple chances for flurries coming up this week.
Yeah, and a big snowmaker on the way. Kelly Slifka's talking all about it this morning. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, it looks like things are really going to shift going into next week, and that could set us up for some, not only some snow, but some much colder weather. So I know a lot of folks that want to get out in the snow are going to have an opportunity to do that. Just got to be patient. This will be coming in next week. This morning, 32, not bad. Starting out the morning, 33 in Middleton to Forest right now, 32 as well. A lot of clouds around other than a few flurries today. Again, on Friday this weekend, it's going to be fairly quiet this week. Temperatures running at or slightly above average this week through the weekend. We are watching that snow potential next week. And not only the snow, but eventually it's going to turn a lot colder. So that snow that falls is going to stick, and it's going to be around for a while. A lot of clouds this morning. Once again, we can't quite get that sunshine out there. We are calling for some snowflakes to move in from the north. That's out ahead of a cold front that will eventually bring in some clearing later on tonight. Just some scattered flurries this afternoon as we head into the mid-30s. Talk more about that snow potential next week and how much we can expect coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Developing this morning, policies on police chases are being looked at after a chase led to 3 people dying late Monday night.
Shane Hogan is here to explain why different departments have different policies. Good morning, Shane.
Hey guys, good morning. That's right. This is all about when officers should pursue or should not pursue. Now, this discussion comes after an incident Monday night involving Monona police when a traffic stop led to a chase in Cottage Grove. Ultimately, the 3 people in the car police were after died in a crash. Monona Police Department's vehicle pursuit policy authorizes officers to pursue when they have reason to believe the suspect is attempting to evade arrest. But some agencies, like the Dane County Sheriff's Office, which was also involved in that Monday incident, have more restrictive policies, saying pursuits should only be used if it's more dangerous to let the suspects go free. One law enforcement training expert told us here at News 3 why there are differences in police chase policies.
Generally speaking, policies are in place to guide an officer's performance. The first thing that's going to take into consideration is usually the type of crime that is committed. A minor traffic violation generally is not going to either allow or permit an agency to pursue compared to something that would be more serious.
The Monona Police Department requires its officers to do continuous pursuit training every 2 years. And according to their manual, these trainings address driving techniques, new technology, and vehicle safety. Now, Monday night's incident is still under investigation by the Wisconsin Department of Justice. We have a full breakdown of the Monona police chase policy online at channel3000.com if you want to learn more. Some extra context here for a story we brought yesterday as breaking news regarding that crash.
Yeah, Shane Hogan, thank you for those details.
You got it.
We now know who will be on Wisconsin's 2024 presidential ballot, at least for the primaries. The Presidential Preference Selection Committee decided just yesterday. The committee is made up of legislators and leaders from both state parties. The Democratic delegation named only one candidate, President Biden. That leaves long-shot challengers Marianne Williamson and Representative Dean Phillips of Minnesota off the ballot. The Republican delegation named 6 candidates, including former President Donald Trump.
Meanwhile, former President Trump is trying to get back on the primary ballot in Maine. The former president has asked the state courts to step in. In his filing, Trump accuses Maine's Secretary of State Shana Bellows, a Democrat, of bias. Trump is also dealing with 14th Amendment-related challenges to his ability to run for president in other states, including Colorado, where he was recently taken off the ballot.
A Democratic senator from New Jersey is facing new charges involving another foreign power. The Justice Department unveiling an indictment against Senator Bob Menendez yesterday. Federal prosecutors say Menendez received gifts from Qatar as part of a years-long corruption scheme to help the country. This is the second Gulf nation Menendez is accused of helping while in office. The initial indictment filed against the senator last year charged him with acting as a foreign agent for Egypt. Menendez has denied any wrongdoing. He's refusing to resign from the Senate.
Taking a live look over Madison this morning, where a new ruling is making it easier for people to vote absentee. A Dane County judge just handed down a ruling. It allows election officials to accept partial witness addresses on absentee ballots as long as the information is reasonably discernible. Witnesses are a crucial part of the absentee process. They're the people who provide proof that someone is choosing to vote absentee and that they have to verify their own identity. This really makes that process a little easier by giving a clear definition for what an acceptable address is.
6:35 now. Japan is mourning the loss of 5 crew members killed when a Coast Guard plane collided with a passenger plane. The video, incredible here. Those Coast Guard members were part of an earthquake relief mission at the time. But as CBS News correspondent Christian Benvenides reports, the tragedy could have been far worse.
The Japanese Coast Guard plane was preparing to take off to deliver aid to earthquake victims when it collided with a large passenger plane. All 379 aboard the Japan Airlines passenger flight got out safely before the airliner went up in flames on the runway of Tokyo's airport. But 5 of the 6 crew members aboard the Coast Guard plane died.
My perception from the limited information available so far is that the fire began at the moment of the collision between the 2 aircraft and, caused by the forces involved, probably the release of fuel involved at the time.
After Monday's 7.6 magnitude earthquake, rescuers are fighting mudslides, ripped apart roads, and strong aftershocks in hopes of saving anyone who may still be alive. On Tuesday, residents took shelter in an evacuation center. The widespread damage included thousands of buildings, some of which collapsed. While aftershocks continued to spread fear, Japan's nuclear authority said its reactors are all fine after tsunami warnings were called off. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
The number of those killed in the earthquake is currently at least 55. Close to 60,000 people have been forced out of their homes.
6:36 now. 2 people arrested in connection with a multi-state kidnapping case will have to leave Wisconsin. A third will remain in the state for now. Sarah Guadino and Isaiah Shrivers waived their right to an extradition trial during a hearing yesterday. That means that they're going to have to go back to Indiana where their trial will begin. The 2 were arrested outside of Dodgeville on warrants for kidnapping a minor from Indiana. A third person, Zachary Delosier, was also arrested at the same time. He did not have an attorney at the time of the hearing, though, so it will have to be rescheduled.
Police in Janesville are continuing their investigation into reports of shots fired early Monday morning. They checked out a complex at Green Forest Run shortly after midnight. They found evidence of gunfire, but luckily no injuries. Police haven't made any arrests in the case. Anyone with information that could help police in their investigation should call officers at that number on your screen at 608-755-3100.
Madison police are investigating after someone robbed a woman outside the Ho-Chunk Casino on New Year's Day. Officers were called there around 2:15 in the morning. A woman and her husband reported they were walking to their vehicle when a stranger approached them and asked for a ride. When they said no, the suspect reportedly stole the woman's purse and ran. Police did not provide a description of the suspect.
All right, we're used to hearing about folks cutting the cord in favor of streaming services, right? But lately, it seems like more and more are ditching those services, too. That's forcing companies like Hulu and Netflix to consider bundling their products, offering discounts, running more ads to keep their businesses profitable. About 25% of subscribers have canceled at least 3 of the most popular streaming services over the past 2 years. That figure stood at just 15% 2 years ago.
This morning, health officials are issuing a warning about how a rise in respiratory viruses could soon impact hospitals nationwide. According to the CDC, more than half of the country is seeing a spike in COVID, flu, and RSV. Cases of COVID are consistently rising at rates of 20 to 30%. And it's not just cases on the rise. Deaths and severe illnesses are also ticking up. This is putting high levels of strain on an already struggling hospital system, so experts say you should do everything you can to stay healthy.
If you are getting sick, one of the best things you can do from there, in addition to taking care of yourself, is limit how many other people you expose.
In other words, stay home if you can. It's not just COVID on the rise. 31 states are reporting high or very high levels of various respiratory illnesses like the flu and RSV. The uptick leading hospitals in several states and Washington, D.C. to bring back masking requirements. Now to a recall alert. Time to check the fridge to see if you have any recalled ground beef. 7,000 pounds have been recalled because of a potential risk of E. coli. Products were produced by Valley Meats on December 22nd. The USDA says the E. coli contamination was discovered during some routine testing. No reports of any illnesses so far, but the agency does believe the products are still in freezers and fridges out there. If you have one of the affected products, throw it out or return it for a refund.
The Powerball had one multi-million-dollar winner in Michigan, but there's also a winner here in southern Wisconsin. A $50,000 winning ticket was sold at a Quick Trip in Baraboo on New Year's Day. Quite the way to start the year. The odds of winning the $50,000 prize, 1 in 913,130.
Hey, that's a nice little way to start off the new year, huh?
50 grand, let's go, right here in Wisconsin.
What, after taxes, you get $30-some thousand, enough to buy yourself a nice new car or something.
Here, I thought the spicy chicken sandwich was the best thing I was getting at Quick Trip.
Think bigger.
Yeah,
Dream
that's
bigger,
true.
Leah.
6:40, coming up after the break. New Year's resolutions can be tough to keep, but we have some advice to make it a little bit easier.
And we are looking at a lot of cloud cover across southern areas of the state. Can't rule out a few snow flurries today. Otherwise, quiet into the weekend, but things change next week. We'll have the first one forecast coming up.
This holiday season, learn how to protect yourself from fraud. Educate yourself about common scams and other kinds of fraud and how to avoid them. Recognize the risks and protect yourself at walmart.com/financial literacy.
The landscape of fitness was bleak. Toxic instructors, shady scammers, and Bispo Bakes. Mother Fitness was angry. Megan Thee Stallion. Hello, my hot girl. Enough of this toxic nastiness. So she took her hotties to the judgment-free zone. Welcome to Planet Fitness, where everybody can work out in their own way.
Listen to Mother Fitness. Join for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 12th.
Where are my legs?
Are you searching for a fresh career? Then join the team at Chalk D Building Systems. We're expanding, now with 2 Sun Prairie locations, and we're looking for individuals to join our team as assemblers, material handlers, order pickers, and machine operators. Chalk D Building Systems competitive pay starts at $22 per hour, plus comprehensive benefits. 3 shifts are available with overtime potential, and you'll become part of our 100% employee-owned team. Make your next career move on the careers page at chalkd.com.
Oh, the weather. What's the chance of rain tomorrow?
Ooh, 80%. I make it rain. I make it rain.
Speaking of making it rain, at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, we have an average 95% payout, which leads you to more chances of playing longer and more chances to win big. Play longer, win more, chances are you're gonna like it.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Pick and Save always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Pick and Save app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
In partnership with Khan Academy, Walmart is offering a free financial literacy course. The course covers topics like consumer credit, insurance, and investing, and has tools for recognizing and protecting yourself from fraud. Take the free course at walmart.com/financial literacy.
Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Tailored for your news the way you want it. With a customizable home page and faster page loads. Download the Channel 3000 News app. Powered by News 3 Now.
Help St. Vincent de Paul and News 3 Now give neighbors in need a warm night's sleep. The last weekend in January, donate new or gently used blankets at St. Vinny's and local drop-off sites. Or give to the online blanket fund. Join us and recycle the warmth.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. We've been talking a lot about New Year's resolutions this morning. Whether it's about your health, your lifestyle, your interactions, a lot of folks have some interesting takes on the new year. Our Arman Rahman heard them all and has some expert tips on how you can follow through with your goals.
Do you know where your resolutions are?
I got to take up golfing and watch more sports.
Before you jump into the how, it's really important to ask the why.
UW-Madison clinical professor Christine Whelan says writing a purpose statement is a good way to focus on what you want to do for yourself, not for others.
Where you can identify your values, identify your strengths, who you want to positively impact, some of the fears and anxieties that might trip you up.
Each year, a lot of us find ourselves going back to the same big list.
Maybe eat a little bit better, drink a little bit less, and work out just a tad bit more, you know, the normal stuff.
But if you focus too much on large, daunting goals, Whelan says you're more likely to stumble. So break them down into small steps.
It can actually become kind of a pleasurable exploration of possibilities rather than this super scary thing.
More people seem to be making their resolutions less intense, according to leadership coach Sarah Young.
I hear people talking about intentions, and I also hear people talking about habits or actions that they want to do in the new year. I don't hear as many of those big, lofty resolutions anymore.
To enjoy myself, enjoy my time with my family, travel more, see more.
Young says routine check-ins, maybe every week, are just as important as the goal itself.
And that's when we can have a gut check with ourselves to say, okay, did I do this? Did I not do this? How did the last week go?
Most of all, remember.
New Year's resolutions are about hope. Hope for a future, hope for a better version of you.
I'm not going to set myself up for the whole, usual workout routine and stop after like 15 days, but no, just to enjoy myself in 2024.
There you go. Enjoy yourself. That was Armand Rahman reporting.
Boy, New Year's resolutions are not my strong suit.
They're tough.
They are tough.
They are. I like the advice about setting specific goals, obtainable stuff. I tend to make broad generalization. I'm going to eat better. I'm going to work out more. I'm going to drink less, whatever it is. And that's hard to quantify, so it's easy to give up on.
And small baby steps, too. Give yourself a little bit of grace if you, speaking for a friend, skip a couple days here and there.
I thought you were going to just say, and small babies, and we need to, and you need to have a baby in
more small babies. Yes, that's a great goal to have. I'll be crushing that one.
All right, let's check in with Kelly Slifka. He's out of the patio. How is it out there, Kelly?
It's not bad for this time of January. Of course, we haven't had a whole lot of snow over the last month or so, and with that, we haven't had bad temperatures yet. But by this time next week, it's going to feel and look a whole lot different. We'll talk more about it coming up. Right now, we do have a lot of clouds around, just some snow flurries up to the north. That's along a cold front that will arrive later today. So another cloudy sky. We just cannot quite shake these clouds. But we are expecting some snow flurries today, but they'll be just scattered about going into the afternoon. Temperatures in the 30s. You can see some of those flurries flowing through southern Wisconsin as we head into the low to mid 30s today. So still running above our average. Now behind the cold front will actually clear out tonight. So that'll set us up for a colder start to tomorrow morning. We do have cloudy skies right now at 32 degrees. The northwest wind makes it feel like 27. Sun up at 7:29. So we'll remain above average right through the weekend into early next week. But then take a look what happens. Much colder air is expected to move in by this time next week. That will continue right through the following weekend. Look at that. That is no typo. That is 15 for a high the following Saturday. So quite a drop in temperatures behind the storm system we're expecting early next week. So just a few flurries this afternoon, Friday, and this weekend. Temperatures seasonable, if not above, or going into early next week. But there's that snowstorm that we're talking about by Monday night and Tuesday. Some accumulating snow could have some significant impact for us as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Meantime, we'll watch that on our future track Monday night into Tuesday. And by this time, a week from Tuesday, we're looking at that snow to be accumulating. That could continue Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night, before starting to wind down Wednesday morning. Now, it's all about the track of the low. Now, this is what one computer model is indicating, falling south of Chicago. That puts Madison in line for some of the heavier snow. And if this occurs, we could be talking about some significant snow. Other computer models are keeping a little bit further south, so still a lot of time to fine-tune that forecast. But either way, there's going to be impactful snow for us. Really early snow prediction, anywhere between 3 inches to some heavier amounts nearing 8 inches. And of course, we will fine-tune that going into that alert day that starts Monday night into Tuesday. All of southern Wisconsin will see some effects from this snowfall. 32 in Madison, also Janesville. Dell's at 32, 33 in Lone Rock, 31 in Watertown across Dane County, 27 in Wanakee, Sauk City, and Cross Plains. So some flurries today, 34, just cloudy skies. We will hopefully get some sun tomorrow because after that we're back into some clouds on Friday with a few flurries. Otherwise, pretty quiet this weekend. It's really Monday night into Tuesday, that alert day. And once we got the snow on the ground, I know a lot of snow lovers would like to see some snow stick around for a change, and it will next week with temperatures only getting into the low to mid-20s much of next week.
All right, looking like a very January forecast. Kelly, thank you. 6:49, coming up in the morning sprint, a police officer is in the hospital after helping save some kids.
If you've got a little kiddo turning 3 soon, we'd love to help them celebrate. Send us a picture. We'll show it on TV. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
Try it this new year for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Hello, everyone. I'm giving this lamp away. I'm interested. Great. When can you pick it up? Hello? I'm interested. Can you pick it up today? Why did you message me? I'd be interested. Are you, though? Yeah. You bring lamp to me.
Save yourself the hassle of selling stuff online and donate it to the Salvation Army instead. Now accepting donations at our new Madison location, opening this February.
I'm Jonathan Lawson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54 and was a smoker, but quit. What's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65, retired, and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80 and I'm on a fixed income. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. Options start at $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. You cannot be turned down because of your health. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. Options start at $9.95 a month. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-914-3131 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-914-3131. There's no risk or obligation. 1-800-914-3131. Call now.
Watch Wisconsin Huddle, Friday nights at 6:30.
Welcome back at 6:53, time for the morning sprint.
Madison police are investigating reports of someone shooting a BB gun at a bus late Tuesday night. It happened near the Woodmans on Schrader in South Gammon. Officers say they responded to a report of some sort of bullets hitting a Metro bus. The bus was empty at the time except for the driver, who is just fine.
We're taking a deeper look into the Monona Police Department's chase policy this morning. This comes after 3 people were killed in a police chase turned deadly. The policy is relatively loose compared to similar precincts like the Dane County Sheriff. The Monona policy allows police to continue the chase as long as they believe the suspect is evading arrest.
In Japan, 5 people are dead after 2 planes collided on the runway. A Japanese Coast Guard plane was preparing to take off and deliver aid to earthquake survivors when it collided with the larger passenger plane. Everyone on the passenger plane survived, but the smaller plane is destroyed. 5 of the 6 crew members aboard the Coast Guard plane died.
Officers in Janesville are investigating reports of shots fired early Monday morning. They went to an apartment complex at Green Forest Run shortly after midnight. They did find evidence of gunfire, but no one hit by it. There are no arrests yet in that case.
In Milwaukee, a police officer is recovering from a gunshot. Investigators say a 25-year-old man shot the officer, then barricaded himself inside a home with 4 children inside. Officers were responding to a domestic violence call yesterday morning at the time. The suspect surrendered a few hours later, and the children were released safely. The officer shot should survive.
A 37-year-old man is facing charges after police say they arrested him for driving drunk with kids in his car. It happened just after midnight on New Year's Day along East Washington Avenue. The man's license was revoked. 2 other adults were also in the car with those kids.
The Red Cross is helping 2 families in Beloit with shelter after a fire at their duplex. The city shared these photos of the firefight on Bluff Street from yesterday afternoon. Fire investigators are still looking into the cause.
We now know who will be on the presidential primary ballot in Wisconsin. The Presidential Preference Selection Committee met yesterday. The committee is made up of legislators and leaders from both parties. The Republican delegation named 6 candidates, including former President Trump. The Democratic delegation named only 1 candidate, President Biden.
Former President Donald Trump is challenging a decision to ban him from Maine's primaries. The current Republican presidential frontrunner is asking a court to overturn the decision. Trump's lawyers accuse Maine's Democratic Secretary of State, Shayna Bellows, of bias.
New Jersey Democratic Senator Bob Menendez is facing new charges. The Justice Department is accusing him of receiving gifts from Qatar as part of a years-long corruption scheme to help the country. Qatar is the second nation Menendez is accused of helping while in office, the first being Egypt. Menendez denies any wrongdoing.
All right, good morning. 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock. A cloudy start to our morning, but relatively mild for this time of January. There have been some snow showers up to the north. That's a cold front that'll dive down to the south. May see a few snow flurries going in the afternoon hours, but they'll be scattered about. Otherwise, another cloudy day. Temperatures, though, running above average as we head into the mid-30s later today with just a few snow flurries. Behind the front will actually clear out tonight. That'll set us up for a colder start to tomorrow morning. At least we should see some sun tomorrow, but we're stuck with the clouds this morning. They'll be with us throughout the day with just some scattered flurries. Temperatures in the low to mid 30s throughout the afternoon hours. Tomorrow we are expecting some sunshine, starting off cold in the teens, but up to 30 in the afternoon. Pretty quiet into the weekend, just a few snow flurries here and there, but the main event comes in Monday night and Tuesday, first warn alert day, the snow, and then the cold weather to follow.
All right, Kelly with that first warn. Thank you very much. Stay with us, folks. We've got another news and weather update coming in about half an hour.